Hi, TJ Chambers, ADHD Smart Guy from ADHDawareness.com. I'm going to talk to you about the signs of ADHD. Now, what I want to do is I want to read from my website because I have a lot of information about that on there. And the first place is the ADHD symptoms section, just talking about the symptoms that is used by doctors. And they use this to diagnose ADHD. And the basis of this comes out of the DSM-IV, which is a diagnostic manual when they used to diagnose. So there's ADHD type 1, there's type 2, and then there's a combined type. So the type 1 has the inattention symptoms. Type 2 has hyperactivity and impulsivity. And then the combined type has both of those, so symptoms from each. And that's what I am. I'm the combined type. So I have inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity symptoms. Now let me read from you for the first type, or the first section. Now this is inattention. Often does not give close attention to details or makes careless mistakes in schoolwork, work, or other activities. Often has trouble keeping attention on task or play activities. Often does not seem to listen when spoke to directly. Often does not follow instructions and fails to finish schoolwork, chores, or duties in the workplace. Often has trouble organizing activities. Often avoids, dislikes, or doesn't want to do things that take a lot of mental effort for a long period of time, such as schoolwork or homework. Often loses things needed for tasks and activities, toys, school assignments, pencils, books, or tools. Is often easily distracted. Is often forgetful in daily activities. So let's go to section 2 and we'll start with hyperactivity. Often fidgets with hands or feet or squirm in seat. Often gets up from seat when remaining in seat is expected. Often runs about or climbs when and where it is not appropriate, or adolescents or adults may feel very restless. Often has trouble playing or enjoying leisure activity quietly. Is often on the go or often acts as if driven by a motor. Often talks excessively. And the next section is impulsivity. Often blurts out answers before questions have been finished. Often has trouble waiting one's turn. Often interrupts or intrudes on others, butts in the conversations and those kind of things. Now I have another section on here. It's the assessment. It's the ADHD assessment checklist. Now there are 71 different things on here, different specific symptoms or actions or activities that someone with ADHD would normally do. And so let me read a few of these for you, and you can visit my website, get all, and you can read every single one of them. So number 1, does not work to potential in school, receives not working to potential teacher comments. Has short attention span unless very interested in a particular subject. Has a family history of attention deficit disorder, learning problems, or substance abuse. Is easily distracted. Lacks attention to detail. Has sloppy handwriting. Has difficulty putting thoughts on paper. Has trouble listening carefully to directions. Frequently forgets or misplaces things. Skips around while reading. Has difficulty learning new games and new skills. Has poor listening skills. Transposes numbers, letters, or words. Is restless or in constant motion. Is always on the go. Concentrates better when moving or fidgeting. Has trouble sitting still or sitting in one place too long. Has increased anxiety or nervousness. Has a history of bedwetting beyond age of 5. Has poor communication skills. Lacks tact, often spurting out the first thing that comes to mind. Acts impulsively or dangerously without considering the consequences. Is easily bored. Says things without thinking and later regrets having said them. Starts to answer questions before the questions are fully asked. Is impatient. has trouble following verbal directions. So this is 26 different examples, and there's a total of 71. So if you want some very specific things that either you are doing or your child is doing, and you want to see if they match the signs or the symptoms of ADHD, then feel free. It's free, and you just go to ADHDawareness.com, and you'll see a button for assessment, and you can view that, or it's ADHDawareness.com/ADHD-assessment-checklist.html.